Now what I'm going to do, I'll solve the last year questions. So I'll recommend you to watch my previous videos for having the basic knowledge on how to configure the PCs and the routers. So let's start with the first question. So here we can see that the question has the IP address assigned to the PCs and the routers, and there will be two routers and three PC. Let's create the model. So I'll pick one PC, two PC, and three PC. Okay. So those two PC will be connected through the switches. There will be a router. What I do usually, I usually first configure the router ports. When I put the router on the board, so I usually use the 1841 model for the router. Okay, so the model is now the all the devices are set. Now what I will do, I'll rename those all the routers and the PCs with the IP address, so that I can easily pick which PC has the which IP address. So let's go with this one. According to the question, this will have the IP address of 172.168.0.2, and as we know that this is a class B IP address, and its subnet mask will be 255.255.0 and 0. One nine two dot 168.0.2. So it is class C IP address, so this subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. Okay, so let's give the IP address of this PC. This PC has the IP address of 10.0.0.2, and as it is a class A IP address, its subnet mask will be 2550.0.0. Okay, so let's connect them together. Okay, all are connected together. So let's do what we need to do. Like it will be connected through the route to the serial port of 100.0.0.0. Okay, I wrote it because it will help me to to work through when I configure these two routers. For that reason, I wrote it down here. Let's configure the PCs first. As we all know that this PC will have the IP address of 172.168.0.0, and the default gateway will be 172.16.0.1. As we all know, the first address of a network will be the default gateway. For this one it will be 192.168.0.2, and the default gateway will be the first address. So let's do that. Let's do the same thing for the PC3. Its IP address will be 10.0.0.2, and the subnet mask will be that one. The default gateway will be the 10.0.0.1, the first address of the network. So the three PC are configured. Let's configure the router 0 and router 1. Let's configure the router 0 first. Well, they named it router 1. Let's name it router 1 so that it will stick with the. Okay, they are saying that it has the router 1 and he is the router 1, so let's make it router 2 and make it router 1. Okay, so let's configure this one. So as we all know that this PC is connected to the fast Ethernet 00, right? So if you are not sure, you can just click on the red dot here, and you will see that it's connected to the fast Ethernet 00. Okay, so let's configure this one, the fast Ethernet 00. And when we will configure the fast Ethernet 00, its IP will be the 172.16.0.1. As you know, the first address will be the IP address of the router for the first Ethernet. For the second Ethernet, it will be the 192.168.0.1, and subnet mask will be the this subnet mask. Okay, let's configure the port. As we all know that it is connected to the port 010 to the next router, so let's configure it. And as we know that it will have the serial port of 100.0.0.1. It will not be the 100.0.0.0. it will have the 100.0.0.1. okay, so let's configure this router 2. It only has the connection to the fast Ethernet 00, so let's configure the fast Ethernet 00 for this one, and the IP address will be 10.0.0.1, and the serial port will be the serial port will be the 100.0.0.2. okay, remember that when you configure two routers and they will be connected through one serial port, like those are connected through one serial port, the IP address of the serial port will be the serial, like it will be the serial IP address. Like first one, for the first one we put that 100.0.0.1, and for the second one we will put that 100.0.0.0.2. so that is the one thing you have to remember. So all IP address and for the PCs and the routers and all the serial ports are done. So what we need to do, we need to make the routing status from the router 1 to router 2. For that you have to go to the router 1 and go to the command line, type the command IP route, and you will reach to this PC, right? So when you reach to a PC like this PC or this PC, you have to type the host IP address. The host IP address will be the 10.0.0.0. okay, the first IP address, the 0 IP address is kept for the host IP address or kept for the routing to one router to another, one network to another. One router to another means one network to another network. So the IP route will be the 10.0.0.0 from router 1 to router 2, and you have to give the subnet mask of that network, that is 255.0.0.0, as it is a class A IP address, and the subnet mask will be the 255.0.0.0, and you have to give the second router serial port. Okay, serial port IP address. So the second router serial port IP address is 100.0.0.2. Okay, hit enter and write the command do write, that means do wr, and it's building the configuration. The configuration building is done. Let's create the routing from router 2 to router 1. For that, the router 1 has two fast Ethernet connection, right? So one is for this IP address, one is for that IP address, right? So we have to create the routing status, routing for two different network, like two different IP address. So it will be the IP route common, and it will be the 172.16.0.0. Okay, the host IP address. Then I have to give the subnet mask of this IP address as it is class B. And now we have to give the router serial port. Okay, the router serial port is 100.0.0.1. Let's give the same thing for the second one. Okay, for the second one it will be this route, right? So this route, for this route we have to give the host IP address of this network under the router 1, this portion. So we will give the this portion host IP address. Then we will give the this portion subnet mask, and then we will give the this router the router 1 serial port IP address. Hit enter, do write. It's done. Now let's ping from this PC from this one. Okay, let's see. Yes, we are getting a reply from this portion. Let's see the other portion. This portion can give us the reply. Okay, we are getting the response. So the network is established. Let's see it visually on the simulation. Let's send a message from here to here and capture it. Okay, the status is successful, and you can always see the status is successful here. That means the network is established. So this is for the first question. This is the network, and it's done.